Hello everyone, my name's Idiotic Synergy, and today we are talking about Grub Targeson, or Targeson. I don't know how you pronounce his second name properly, I do apologise. Now, unlike every other bounty hunter, or most bounty hunters, to get Grub Targeson, you have to spend £25 to get free, instead of just the one model, which I mean, I could do one big video right now going through all of them in one video, but I don't want to bore you all. So instead I'm going to do separate videos for all three, because all three bounty hunters, or hired guns, or Hive Scum, I forgot which is which, but all three of them do different things, and all three of them are quite unique and are interesting to talk about in their own right. So I'm gonna start off with Grub Tarks and then work my way down if no one minds. Anyway, so I do digress. The model for Grub Targson is this wonderful git, and I like him. I like the model. It's simplistic and it fits Grub to just perfectly, really. Also, you might notice something. His little lump on his back. Yeah, that talks to him. I'm not even kidding. This guy's got like a mutation, like a weird mutant growth on his back that talks to him, apparently. It is so weird, but it's Necromunda for you. And I'm quite happy with it. I do like this model. I like the model. It's simplistic. It doesn't overstay. It doesn't. It's not like some sort of amazing model. Then you read the rules and it disappoints you. Grendelson, you can suck a dick. This model is alright. I like it. It's very simplistic. It's kind of plain, but in a really good way. Because Grub Targeson doesn't need that much to live in Necromunda. He's a simple man with a shotgun and fighting knife. And he's only 105 credits, which is better than Grendelson. Seriously, I think he's the worst bounty hunter. Anyway, we do need to cover the rules of this wonderful fella, so without further ado, let's go through the rules. So, this is Grub Targson's rules, and I like the little bit of lore here. Because basically, he got a mutation, and he found a lump, the lump grew and grew and grew, and then he fled to the Underhive. Then he hires himself out as some Hive Scum if any gang needs extra firepower, and most gangs pass off his ramblings as a result of one too many bottles of Second Best, which is a really strong alcoholic drink in Necromunda, but some swear they have heard the hump talking back to Grub. He's got a mutant back lump that talks to him. I love this guy. But I like his rules. They're simplistic, and that's what they need to be. They're just simplistic. He's not 280 fucking credits. Unlike this piece of shit up here, Grendelson can fuck off. This guy is very simple, and I like it. He might not be the best, but it's simplistic and I like it. And because of how simple the model is, I'm pretty sure I could do a decent enough job painting it. Anyway, Grub Targeson. His movement is 4, weapon skill 4, which it's average. He's slower than average, to be fair, as most things move on 5. But most things also move on 4, so apples and oranges, isn't it? It's just normal. Or below average, depending who you ask. But it's better than fucking 3 inches, Grendelson. Sorry, I'll shut up about Grendelson. Ballistic skill is a 3, which is quite good, considering he's got a shotgun. Strength toughness 3, that's average. Wounds 1, that's... For a model that's 105 credits, that's normal. That's normal when you take into account the special rogue doc has only got 1 wound, and a few other models that cost 100 credits only got 1 wound. It's normal. In fact, I'm pretty sure a Paladite Enforcer, if you don't give him any equipment, is like 80 or 75 credits. And then you have to give him equipment, which adds up to over 100 credits. So, yeah, this guy is better than a Paladite Enforcer, in my opinion. Initiative 4, which is better than this guy. I'm gonna stop comparing him, but seriously, 280 credits, but he's got a worse initiative than a man with a hump that talks to him. Attacks 1, which is average. Well, it's... I think it's average, though it depends on what gang you play for you to say it's average. 1 attack is also for him, and he's 280 credits. Sorry, I just have to let everyone know that Grendelson is a waste of credits. Anyway, his other skills, leadership 8, cool check 8, willpower 8, and intelligence 6. Now, that's below average, or that's all below average apart from the intelligence, which is slightly above. However, this guy, I'm gonna say this guy's worth 105 credits because of his skills, and we'll need to get into them because we all know what Infiltrate does, but Evade is quite interesting, and Backstab stacks with the Fighting Knife's Backstab, and it's really good. I'll show you in a minute. So the Fighting Knife is strength of the user, so strength 3, AP -1, damage 1, backstab and melee. The shotgun has 2 types of ammunition, scatter, which is, well, it's scatter shot, close range, you know, +2 to shoot, so you're hitting on 2s, strength 2, no AP, damage 1, but it's scatter shot, mate, so you've got plenty of shots. Ammo 4. Executioner is slightly different because if you fire this gun at short range, then it's -1 to hit. However, if you fire it at the long range profile, then it's +1 to hit. I don't know why, but it is how it is. Strength 4, AP -2, damage 2, ammo 6 with limited ammunition. However, it has got knockback. I'm not angry about him reloading on 6s because he has got a different fire mode as well. If it was just that fire mode and he could only reload on 6s, that would be annoying, but he has got a different fire mode, which is scatter shot, which is surprisingly quite useful. Frag grenades, he has a standard as well, and remember he's only 105 credits. If you are playing Paladite Forces and you need to give him this equipment, then it's going to cost a lot more than 105 credits. This guy, I think, is worth it. He ain't the best, but certainly not the worst. Now, his skills are quite interesting for this man. Now, he has regular flak armor, which gives him a 6-up save, 5 against blast, which is alright. But his skills are what makes this character work quite well. Let me show you what I mean. So, he has got Evade, Infiltrate, and Backstab. And as it says here, if a weapon already has Backstab, add 2 to the strength instead of 1. Meaning the knife is now a strength 5 knife. You're wounding Ogryns on 4s, which is quite good for someone who's strength 3. It is really good. I don't know what the house rule means. When benefiting from this skill and apply an additional AP -1, I'm reading sort of like a bootleg version of the rules because I ain't got a million quid to spend on books, so I don't know if that also comes with it, or if it's just, as it says, a house rule. But Evade is also quite useful. If active and not in partial or full cover, add 1 modifier to incoming short range attacks and a -2 modifier to long range attacks. That is surprisingly quite good. In fact, that is brilliant. If you've got a pesky bolt gun guy that's hitting you on 4s and is aiming, so he's hitting you on 3s, well, you can just have Evade and just it becomes -2 if he's shooting you at long range, meaning he's going to shoot you on 5s. It is really good, that skill. It is underrated as shit. I think Evade is one of the better skills you can get. But unfortunately, Ogryns don't have the cunning the cunning tree of skills. The cunning tree? I don't know if they're called trees or whatever. But, yeah, Ogrins don't have cunning, which is a shame. However, you can give them infiltrate through tactics cards. But Grub Targeson gets infiltrate as standard, which is quite nice. Basically, as long as you're out of line of sight and outside 6 inches, you can just deploy anywhere on the battlefield, really. And him having a shotgun that can knock people back, if your opponent has put a guy up top as a sniper, you can put Grendelson 6 inches away and just shoot him off using knockback to do massive amounts of damage. I once did something similar. One of my enforcers had the infiltrate tactics card. I put that on one of my concussion rifle guys. One of my opponents had a sniper, not a sniper, a plasma cannon. I put my concussion rifle guy 6 inches away and just shot him with the concussion rifle. And he fell off because knockback seismic. You just pinned and he fell off. Oh, it was such a fucking waste too because he immediately died afterwards. But it was just worth it. It was just worth it firing a concussion rifle into someone and knocking them off a really high ledge. I don't know why I find that funny. Maybe because it's overkill at that point. Just fuck off. Anyway, infiltrate works really well with Grub Targeson, and flak armor is flak armor. There's nothing more I can say. I think 105 credits is worth it for him. It's worth it. He's definitely not the best bounty hunter or Hive Scum, but he's certainly not the worst. In fact, he might be the best Hive Scum, though I could definitely be wrong on that. I hope I haven't gone through every other Hive Scum, because I know I've gone through Rattus, but I don't know if there's other Hive Scum. There's got to be. And when I go through them, I'll talk about them. Anyway, I've been Idiotic Synergy. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you later. Remember, take care and stay safe.